And it's a clutch start for the hot rods this time. The starting marshal checks the engines are all running all the way around, and then it's the green flag. And the lineup this time, rather unusual because these are all star grade and blue grade drivers. That's the top 2 grades in hot rod racing. And right at the back, as per usual, the number 19 car of Mick Collard, the reigning European champion, the reigning world champion. There's a sight for sore eyes if you're a British Leyland fan. 37, a beautiful little mini Metro out there racing for the first time on the hot rod circuits. 152 and 37 are the 2 cars that are disputing the lead. And in fact, it is the Metro of Mickey Elliott, number 37, the Trevor Reeves 37 car, driven by Mickey Elliott. Here he is. Of course, without any of the lower grade drivers in this one, just the 2 top grades, it's going to be very competitive. As you can see, even after 2 laps, they're still well bunched, and most of the big names of hot rod racing are in that pile of cars that just went roaring through, and here they come again. This is the leader, 37. And that Metro is really going very well indeed. Mickey Elliott spent quite a bit of time developing the car. A lot of hard work has gone into it, a lot of time and a lot of effort. And these men, including the world champion number 19, Mick Collard there, and 88 in front of him is Chris Griggs. They're having trouble catching him because the leading car has now opened a gap of something like 40 yards on the rest of the field. And that is the gap between the Mini Metro of Mickey Elliott in number 37. The second place man at the moment is number 152. That's Dave Hitchin, who's chasing him in the Escort. Then we go back just a little way to the 24 car of Ray Sellers. Following him is 63 Ricky Butler. Then 184 Chris Gautry. 923 Kenny Cook is next, but they've got a lot to do. They've got to chase this little Metro that is leading right away from them. Barry Lee, long way back at the moment. He's got a lot to do. Leon Smith in 401 just in front of him. And the Johnstone car of 87, as you can see, they're quite a way back from the rest of the field. And Collard is still fairly well back. He's a long way back as well. 9 laps gone in this 20-lap event. And there's the leader beginning to catch the back marker cars. Mickey Elliott nips through in the Metro on the inside. Basically, it's an HLE 1300cc Metro, but of course the engine's been considerably enlarged, the suspension is modified, and a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort's gone into that car, and it's its very first outing. He took it out for practice at Aldershot earlier in the week and promptly put it in the safety fence, and because of the shortage of body panels, he hasn't even been able to repair the damage, but mechanically, he told me before the meeting, he thought it was about right, and by Jove, I think that is the case. That's how much spread out they are now as the Metro roars away. Mickey Elliott's always been a very keen front-wheel drive man. For many years drove a Mini and made the change now to the Metro, and he said that after practice he thought the Metro was going to be as good, if not better, than the Mini. Still some way back, the 19 car of Mick Collard putting the pressure on 14 Colin Facey. Paul Farnish is in there as well, but they've got quite a lot to do because they are really some way back in the field. 13 laps gone now. And they're still well and truly bunched. Barry Lee looking for some gaps in there, trying to get past Leon Smith. Kenny Cook in 923, poking his way through on the inside, but Barry Lee well boxed up at the back of that group. Number 8, Paul Grimer, trying to get through as well. I suppose on past performance and on current form, the main threat has to come from this man, 962, Ormond Christie, over from Northern Ireland. Really going very, very well indeed, but of course he has got to start at the back of the field. Talking of threats, I suppose, we're all wondering here how much of a threat there is to the very expensive camera equipment that we've installed inside Barry Lee's car. And here now you get a bird's eye view from alongside Barry behind the pace car as they go round on the warming up lap. Camera's been specially mounted there. There is an aerial, in fact, on the roof, and with any luck we may get some commentary from Barry as well while we go round. Barry right on the front row, the control car now bringing them off the pit turn as we go for 20 laps. And immediately into the lead, it's 351 Barry Lee. Little mini there of car number 62 is just chasing around behind them. Barry finding a little bit more grip than a lot of the others at the moment and beginning to pull away. And that's what it looks like if you were sitting next to Barry Lee going around Wimbledon Stadium at an average speed of about 50 miles an hour, reaching in excess of 70 miles an hour going into these bends. So 351, Barry Lee is the leader. 62, Nick Barrett in the Mini. I beg your pardon, it's not 62, it's 63, Rick Butler in the Mini. Barry quietly confident, always in command. A deft flick of that wrist keeps the car on course. 63, the Mini of Rick Butler is in second place. So 351, Barry Lee the leader. 128, Pete Winston is in third place. Former European champion. So he's a guy who knows his way around. 401, Leon Smith. Not actually driving his own car. That's a rent-a-rod that he's got. In fourth place. So that's second and third. 63, Ricky Butler. 128, Pete Winston. Just tucked in behind them there. Like the rest of the field, bunched up. There's Barry Lee. You can see the lead now that Barry has already built up. There's 351. The others really are having trouble keeping up with him. Quite a little bunch now further back. Here's again the view through the windscreen of that Barry Lee car as he leads this field. And as you can see, he's already beginning to catch up with some of the slower back markers. This is the man who's chasing him in second place, 63, Ricky Butler. A little way behind him comes 401. You saw the front just coming into the picture there. 401, Leon Smith. There we are with the breather on the top of the car. We've got 247, Mick Cannon. 57, Alan Dent is tucked in behind. Then we go back to 128, Pete Winston, who's lost ground now. That's the pack except the leader. Second, third and fourth. 63. 401. Barry Lee is still way out in front at the moment. How much longer can this Mini resist the challenge? Certainly holding them off. Oh, and there's a bonnet flapping there. He really is under some pressure now, and the pressure has been too much. A little bit of a gap developed there, and very quickly 247 is through like a shot. Mick Cannon from Spalding now, up into second place. 247 is still there. Barry Lee is up front. And we'll try now and go and join Barry Lee for some commentary. And in fact, as he's done that, he's just gone into the safety fence as we were just about to get Barry Lee into the safety fence, and that's it. Here's 247. Mick Cannon now is in the lead. He's got a bit of a present there. Something's gone wrong. And Barry Lee has gone into the fence, having had a very comfortable lead. Just as we were about to join him for commentary, there he was. But now the battle is between these two. 247. So there's 247. And 57 in second place. That's the way they go now. 13 laps have gone. Barry Lee, I think, has rejoined now. And let's see whether or not in a moment, we'll see if we can in fact go over to him and get some comments from him. Here he comes.
Start and finish.
Here he is. Barry Lee. OK, over to you, Barry.
Is the steering OK? It's pulling violently to the left, but I can only drive with one hand. I've cut my little finger badly and I think I've broken it. The car is all over the racetrack now. It's virtually uncontrollable. I don't think I can go on much further.
Well, Barry Lee's obviously got problems there. We can see that the front near side wheel is facing the wrong way. It's obviously got damage when he hit the fence. He's hurt his finger. There we are. There's that wheel. Doesn't look right to me. It seems to be splayed out a little to the left. Yes, look, you can see there. It is splayed out to the left. The tracking has gone. The steering has gone. And as you probably heard Barry say, he's badly gashed his finger and he really doesn't think he can go on any longer. So there we are. Now, meanwhile, back at the ranch with 2 more laps to go, 2:47. Mick Cannon is the leader, 57. Alan Dent is second. The Mini of Ricky Butler, 63, is third. 128, Pete Winston is fourth. 401, Leon Smith is next. Alan Dent now just takes it up. We're in the closing stages. There's 1 more lap to go. Alan Dent now has moved into the lead. Inside this final lap. Oh, and he's... The car behind him certainly doesn't like that. Mick Cannon not too happy about that as they come down the back straight now into the final turn. Round they come. 1 back marker in front. The flag is at the ready as they go over the line. 57. Alan Dent gets it from 2:47. Mick Cannon. The Mini is third. 63. Ricky Butler. And then we've got 128. 401 and 306, but the real scrap was right up the front between 2:47 and the ultimate winner, number 57, Alan Dent.